Good afternoon, everybody. It's Kristina Dennis, Transformational Self-Empowerment Master. And I am coming to you this afternoon with a startling realization on my part. I was doing some work this morning on forgiveness, and I was doing a meditation, and I think I talked a little bit about reading some very enlightened texts. And I don't mean text like this text, I mean like written word. And so I've been in kind of this space of contemplation and truly being able to kind of look at myself and wanting for the truths. I'm gonna even this. My head's crooked. Anyway, the truths of my own truth and what I can do something about, and where there's lacking, it's something that I am generally not bringing to the table. So this morning I sat down to do a meditation after listening to a really beautiful teaching, and I decided to do a meditation about forgiveness. And part of the visualization of it was that someone would show up in front of you that you needed to ask to forgive you. And I realized that when I say a meditation on forgiveness, I'm thinking about how I can forgive people, and this whole kind of theme about forgiving my mother or different people that I felt like forgiving, that I need to forgive. And I get into this meditation, and all of a sudden there's my son's father in my visualization, and I'm like, wait, what? I don't want to ask you to forgive me, and I don't want to own up to being ugly while we were pursuing recovery for my son, or judging him and blaming him for not being enough during a really critical part of our lives. I don't want to look at any of that stuff. But more importantly, I don't want to admit it to you that I had to. So knowing that contrary action is what's broken me free in almost every area of my life, if not every area of my life. I'd like to think that sometimes I actually have an inclination to the correct action these days, but in this particular case, it was like, no. Okay. All right. Go ahead. Ask for the forgiveness and see him as connected to you. And I don't know where that's going to lead me to. I don't know if that's going to bring that abundance mindset. I feel pretty darn good about my life and the things that are in my life. I feel like I have enough. And I know when I don't feel like I have enough, it's because I think I'm not doing enough, and therefore I'm not enough. And so I can kind of walk through that in a little shorter period of time. But this was many, many years. And after I got done with it, it was about 10 minutes. And if anybody wants to know where that meditation is, I'll be happy to send it to you or send you to the right direction. Although that could be like running into a building on fire. You may need to stumble upon it like I did, where I'm thinking that I'm going to learn how to forgive somebody else, and there I am asking somebody to forgive me. It is possible for me to look at today and go, wow, is this really where I need to go? I mean, this was 15 years of my life. And I really did hold him accountable for so much. And I am coming into a better space now. And maybe one day we will be able to speak of that, and maybe we won't. I'm not sure. I'm not going to force anything. But for today, this was a huge aha. I've got to look at some of this stuff and move beyond it. It doesn't take away from, my man that I have in my life and who's been there for me and my son the last 3.5 years and steady, that I have to look at this stuff, because that would be immature to never think that I'd have to go back and look at the damage that I caused, because I've been looking at the damage that he caused for a while now. So I just wanted to put that out there. If you're in a place where somebody's popping in your head that maybe you've had a resentment against or you've had trouble with, you know that there's ways to get out of that. There's ways to move beyond it. And I was talking all about forgiving. And this morning I was thinking all about how I really am the one who needed forgiveness. So I'm going to forgive myself. I'm going to continue to send him love and light And I'm going to continue to pursue this path of wholeness and integration with people in the world. Because I know that personal development, abundance, transformation happens when I'm willing to be honest and truthful. And as I discover it, I share, because I think that's what this is all about, is discovering things that are working and seeing that no matter how long you've been working on your path, that there's still always room to be more connected. So thank you all for listening, and I will check back in with you later. In the meantime, I hope that you're having a great day, and love you all. Take care.